I get asked this question a lot. Should you ever plus one a champion? What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. A few weeks ago, maybe a month or so, I I did a thing and I got a duplicate Leo, okay? You know, I should learn my freaking lesson and never pull shards off camera. I swear to you, I get so lucky when I pull shards off camera. It's like I will pull very few shards, I'll get a legendary, and I'll just be like, what? Why? You know what I mean? Like, so for Leo as an example, I think that I don't remember, I either pulled exactly 3 void shards or I did 110 pull of void shards. And that was just to pull shards for the daily quest, and it was during the weekend when like 2x voids was going on or something. I already did my video, and you know, we got a stupid void Lego. I don't remember which one, blind seer or something. You know, okay, I should be grateful. I am definitely grateful, even though I only used her like one time after I maxed her out. And then, you know, the following day after I make the video, then I pull a couple shards and we get a dupe Leo. And that, like, obviously that would have been a way better thing to include in the video. But after I got that, I found myself thinking, okay, well, should I plus one him? Okay, so today we're going to talk about that because this is a very common question that I get asked a lot. Now, at this point, I'm starting to rack up some duplicates, okay? But I want to discuss whether or not you should plus one a champion, okay? So let's go ahead and click this. Let's go ahead and remove this from here. And then let's come back over here. So if I put in Leo, what benefit does it give me to plus one the champion? Here's what it does. Okay, it gives me a boost of 10% HP, 10% attack, 10% defense, resistance, and accuracy. That's pretty incredible, okay? For Leo, what is great here is the attack and the accuracy, okay? For somebody else, okay, since I have a dupe Bad L, let's go ahead and do the same thing. Well, I guess we don't need to. We can just talk about it with Leo, okay? So if I was doing Bad L instead of Leo, I would not care about the attack percentage at all, but I would care about all of those other stats. 10% more HP, 10% more defense, 15 resistance, 15 accuracy. All of that sounds great to me. Okay, but if we actually come over to the Faction Guardians, what benefit are we getting from leaving him here? We are just getting the 10% HP, okay? So here's the way that you need to think about it, okay? If you leave them in your Faction Guardians, what you're going to do is you're going to get those empowered level 1 features for every champion, okay? Plus the 10 speed if you get there, and a little bit more accuracy and resistance. Okay, it's double actually, so that does make a big difference. So is that worth it? And I think the vast majority of the time I want to say no. Okay, now, oh wait, I wanted to stay in there. So if we come back in here, to my Faction Guardians for Skinwalkers, okay, you guys know that I have Coronars, okay, you guys know that I have War Chiefs, you may or may not know that I have Longbeards, and now I have Leo, okay? But I actually have a 3rd War Chief and a 3rd Coronar, believe it or not, which is crazy. Actually, I think the video that I recorded was the 3rd Coronar, and then the day after that I got the dupe Leo. I think that's what it was. But if I sacrifice this Leo to make my other Leo +1. Will it help him? Oh yes, tremendously. But then I'm not going to be able to get this +10 speed over here, which will be extremely helpful for my Leo and my Coronar, okay? Now, are there any duplicates that there's no, like, okay, so here's the other thing. If I come over to, if I come over here to the index, I'm hitting the wrong things. I come over here to the index and we look at Skinwalkers, okay? If I were to get Brachus or Tunisia, then all of that stuff would help them as well. And I do use Norog sometimes in Hydra as well. So, if you have a faction where, you know, the only person you use is only, you know, one champion, like what would be a good example of this? I don't know how we would get a dupe Scylla the Drakes. Oh no, you can just pull her from a shard. Okay, so like Scylla the Drakes, right? Like if your only champion in this faction is Scylla the Drakes, and you get a duplicate of her, like could you come in here to your faction guardians and empower her? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, right? But then you're not going to be getting the buffs for all of your other champions, right? Like I want my Valkyrie to get buffs. I want, maybe I don't really care about Yakarl, but maybe I want my Yakarl to get buffs. You know, so I personally don't recommend plussing any champion until you have the faction filled out. Okay? So also, periodically from time to time, you should come in here and you should click on your faction guardians, and just click through all of them to make sure that you don't have any duplicates that you forgot about. If you're opening shards a lot, I just realized that like that could happen to you. We got all the War Mothers. You know, some factions you're gonna have a lot of dupes in, like Skinwalkers. That's my favorite faction. I have a lot of dupes there. That makes me happy. Orcs, I have 0, right? So, and I'm sure that that's going to be the case for you as well. Do I have a 3rd Drexstar or just 2? I think. But we'll just go ahead and we'll click through here. So then that way you can see all of my duplicates. Then that way you can see, or I can see rather, whether I'm missing anyone. The only dupe I have in Knights Rev is a dupe Hedgie. Blessed. And then I have none in Dwarves and Shadowcan. I have a dupe Genzin, right? So I don't have that many dupes on this account. Eventually I will, I'm sure, if we continue to pull shards. But so far, so good on the saving shards goal, okay? We started out this month with 25 ancient shards. We started out this month with 11 void shards, and we started out this month with 19 sacreds. Now, we've gotten 2 sacreds from Clan Boss since we started recording this series. No, 3, excuse me. We've gotten 3 sacreds. And then I got 2 sacreds that I purchased. We got 40 voids that we purchased, okay? So actually, no, excuse me, 44 voids that we purchased. The ancient shards, I did purchase some. Those are not in the inventory right now. 6 of which are in the inventory, excuse me. So we're up to 81 ancient shards, and I'm doing a pretty good job of not pulling shards this month. We pulled for the guaranteed Lego, and we pulled for the fusion, and we're even going to try to skip the next summoning event for the fusion if we can, and just get all of our points in the other events so we can save our shards. My goal is to get up to the guaranteed amounts for Ancient Void and Sacreds, then save more than that so that I will always be prepared for those guaranteed events. And that's not to say that I'm never going to buy shards again, because I probably will. We'll probably do a big shard video at some point, but The goal is see how much shards I can save in a month, and that is going pretty well. That goes right along with this topic of the Guardian Ring. So let me know what you think about my thoughts on empowering. And would you take this out here and risk? Would you risk this to empower your Leo? If you had your Leo, would you do that? I don't think that I should. I really don't think that I should. I'm so close to plus 10 speed that I think that I want to wait. I mean, who knows? This could take another year for me to get to plus 10 speed. But, you know, we'll only know if we try. So we don't need to continue the video any longer than that, but I do get asked this question quite often. Hopefully this was a good answer for you. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on the Guardian Ring, Faction Guardians, and empowering your champions. Basically, don't use the token trader. I have 3 Coronars and no Manaya. Still did not use the token trader. I have a Fushan. I could buy a dupe there. I have a Molly. I could buy a dupe there. It's just not worth it. This is too expensive. So let me know your thoughts on all of this Guardian Ring stuff in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.